Hey guys, what's going on? EndgameWarrior here, and today I'm on Diablo 3, and looking at my monk here, I decided why not give you guys a fresh level 70 monk build that does handle Torment 1 very well. It can go up to Torment 5 I've tested it with, but it does take a lot of time, so if you're starting off with a monk, best do the lower torments first until you get the gears to start breaking through things a lot faster. Before I continue, big shout out to Really Stone Gaming. Baker, if you're watching this one's for you. Really good guy. If you guys are watching, watch this video right now, go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Really good guy. Streams games non-stop. You'll love him. I love him. Now let's get going. Okay. Straight up thing about this build I'm going to talk about right now it's an explosive palm build. Now, explosive palm for monks is very, very scary, and once we get into once you see how it works, it does as its name entails. It blows shit up. But like I said, right off the bat, this is for beginner level 70s. Doesn't matter if you played the game before or not. As you can tell by my gear and by my Paragon point level in the top left, I've been playing this game for a while, so I will have an advantage over a guy who just started. But for brand new level 70s, I highly recommend this build. I will go through the skills, items, everything that you need, then make this build run. Not so much the items, since like I said, this is not highly gear dependent compared to the Torment 10 or speedrunning gears. Okay, let's go straight into this thing, talking about the skills. What you're going to be running, and I found what works best for this build up, is Wave 100 Fist, Assimilation, Lashing Tail Kick, Scorpion Sting, Epiphany with Insight, Sweeping Wind with Cyclone, Exploding Palm with Shocking Grasp, Mantra of Healing with Circular Breathing, and for your passives, Exalted Soul, Seize the Initiative, Determination, and Harmony. Now, the one big downfall with this build is it eats up a lot of spirit, and with the gear at this level being brand new to level 70 monks, you don't have the spear regeneration to just, okay, Lashing Tail Kick for days and just hope Epiphany will keep it up with Cyclone going Exploding Palm. It's just not possible with beginning 70 gear. That's why I went with Wave 100 Fist with Assimilation. Wave 100 Fist gives you that spirit regeneration, as it shows right there, 12 spirit per attack. Plus, with every third hit, it increases your damage by 5%. Basically, when you run out of spirit, you're spamming this. And then that's going to increase your damage for 5 seconds. So you're going to still be doing damage, hoping that things will melt away as you do this. As well as that 5% goes towards all your other damaging moves, i.e. your Cyclones, your Lashing Tail Kick, and then when this guy triggers, it's... see it, don't even start. Now with the Lashing Tail Kick. This is your primary spirit spender outside of Exploding Palm. Basically, once you get your palm on as many targets as you possibly can, you're just going to start spinning with this kick. And with Scorpion Sting, you're actually going to stun them for 2 seconds. That means you're going to take 2 seconds, at least, of not taking damage, which is good. In this game, when you start getting to the tournament levels, you're going to take a hit. I don't care who you are, you're going to take a hit. Unless you're running some like ridiculously powerful build where you blow shit up before you touch them, you're getting hit. Being able to stun them works perfect. Plus, it buys you time for Exploding Palm to work its magic. Epiphany of Insight. I ran with this mainly for the spirit cost. I found it to be very good. Cooldown, not so much, but with the right cooldown reduction on your proper items and all that, you probably get this down around where you see it like drop off, wait a few seconds, and pop it again. But still, that spirit regeneration, 45. That is huge. That is huge, because that basically means you're going to be lashing tail until at least one of your exploding palms go off. Next, Sweeping Wind with Cyclone. As it says right there, you're going to be surrounding yourself with electric vortex that deals 150% weapon damage as lightning to all enemies within 10 yards. On top of that, you're going to see tornadoes dish out. These tornadoes deal 95% weapon damage as lightning. And you're not going to see one every 3 seconds or whatever. You're going to see a lot come out because of Lashing Tail Kick. And that's extra damage that help push through your exploding palm to get this stuff done. Now on to the big boy. I've said this thing before. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. Exploding palm. This thing is scary. It is a dot that basically allows you to poke them, wait a few seconds, and when they drop, they blow up and everything around them dies. And I went with Shocking Grasp. I found it to be really good, especially since if you're aiming to run this build, you're going to be wanting to push lightning damage, so being able to get the dot damage to be dot damage on top of that from this, to stack with your lightning damage, I found will work. I believe will work very, very well. I haven't tested this with the lightning damage yet, because, like I said at the beginning, this is for straight up beginners, and I'll show you how beginner it is with the gear that I'm running. Mantra of Healing. You're going to take a hit. You're going to lose health. You need to regain it. This helps with that. As well as it allows you to absorb incoming damage. You're going to find those elites that you do not like. Me personally, it's the Enchanted Arcanes. That's my personal opinion. And this helps you medicate a lot of damage. And like the old RPG saying goes, you do no damage when you're dead. Mantra of Healing, it speaks for itself. It allows you to heal it out and kill them before they kill you. Okay, now on to the passives. Exalted Soul. I said this once, I'll say it again. This build has a spirit problem. Exalted Soul helps with that by giving you a bigger clip to spend with, and increases your regeneration by 4 every second. Not very big, but it does help in the long run. Seize the Initiative. Dealing damage to enemies above 75% life increases your attack speed by 30% for 4 seconds. That is huge when we're talking about Lashing Tail Kick and Wave 100 Fists. Because your Wave 100 Fists right there, you're going to hit that 5% boost right off the bat. Lashing Tail Kick is going to hit harder, which then is going to proc your Sweeping Wind stacks to get bigger so you can get those tornadoes going, and then drop the target's health a lot faster so you don't have to sit there and worry about Exploding Palm dropping off. And that's the absolute worst case scenario, is killing something when Exploding Palm drops off, because you want them to go boom. And if you can get one to go boom and trigger 5 others to go boom, you're making things just disappear. Like, I'm not talking melt, I'm talking complete obliteration. Determination, because for this build, to be able to do it the way it's supposed to work, you really need to get in close and personal. So getting that 20% damage output is actually fairly easy. You just walk in, put on your palm, touch them with your palm, get your simulations running, lashing tailgate, get your cyclones out, and just keep going until they disappear. This last passive, Harmony, oh my god. Where to begin with Harmony? It is the staple of any monk build. I don't care who you are, you'll find this in a monk. 40% of your single element resistance from items instead increase your resistance to all elements. That is huge. That is huge because when you look at your gear, and I will in a second here, when you roll resist all, it's actually quite low when you think about it. So if you can just roll that out for, let's say, lightning resist, which single target resists break 100 easily. So when you have 6, 7 pieces at 100, that's over 700 points right there. 40% of 700 is getting distributed to your other stats. That's not including the all resist you get from your gems. Like, this is huge. This skill is what makes monks unbeatable tanks. Like, it is impossible. Okay. Now let's go on to the gear quite quickly. As you see here, I am missing a ring, don't worry. Like I said, this is a fresh build. A lot of it's not optimized. But basically, what I threw this together quickly because I'm not a noob. I had resources to build this quickly. But for those who want to build something, I highly recommend going for a setup kind of like this, especially if you have access to the Cayenne's Cube with the Royal Ray of Grandeur, because this is what makes you able to run all these sets. First off, Og Hills. You want to hit that 3-piece set bonus. Like, getting the reduced damage from range attacks, melee attacks, elites, and increase the damage to the elites, that is perfect. That is a melee player's dream, being able to reduce as much damage as they take in and dish out more. Og Hills is perfect for that. So you want to hit the 3-piece bonus as easy as possible. If you're running the Royal Ring of Grandeur, like you see here, you can hit it with 2, and I recommend going the helm and chest to make it easier. Next, the Ashir set. You want at least that 3-piece, get to that 3-piece bonus. That 20% life is huge. And then on top of it, you get that 100 resist all. It's huge. It's really, really tanky when it comes to there. Plus, when you're aiming for that 3 set, if you have the Royal Ring of Grandeur, you're instantly getting the 4 set. So, Ashir's, doesn't matter if you have the ring or not, you want that 3 pieces to get that 3 set. If you have the ring, you just give yourself a bonus with the 4 set. Next big one you want to invest in is the Hollowed set. Resistance and attack speed is great for monks, because not only are you going to be able to get that lashing tail kick out faster, and thus get your cyclones out to blow things up for you, with the help of Exploding Palm, it gives you more resistance. You're more tanky. I threw in the Captain Crimson set for the health regeneration cooldown and resist, as well as the reduced cost, mainly because I do have the Royal Ray of Grandeur. If you do not have the Royal Ray of Grandeur, you're not going to be able to run this set, because you're going to need 3 pieces from the Og Hills to make this work very, very well. Now, I'm running Reaper's Reps primarily because I can make it. That's pretty much the only reason. I did get lucky with the lightning damage on this though, but basically Reaper's Wraps, when you pick up a health globe, you restore X amount of your resources, and that number ranges, as you see there, from 25 to 30, so 27%. I did pretty good. Not the best that I've seen, but still pretty good. Amulet, if you can make a Hellfire, do it. Make a Hellfire and get a passive that either you don't have, or if you have a passive on that Hellfire that you're already running, switch the one you're already running with something else. But I'm just running the Eye of Illich because I had it sitting around. And yeah. Obsidian Ring of Zodiac, had it sitting around. Decided to throw it on there. That's it for the items here. I'm going to quickly go over the Kyan's Cube for those who see what I'm running in here, especially for those who don't have, those who do have access to this and have some of the items. Oh, I forgot to switch one of these. Whoopsie! On game we mess up. Let's just throw this in there. Alright. For the Kyan's Cube, I don't have much. Like, I just started back in this not too long ago. I don't have much when it comes to it. Ingredient Blade, good item. 100% crit chance against enemies at full health. That's basically if you just walk in, you're getting 100%. Personally, I would love to get my hands on another furnace. I kind of did something stupid back in the day. But furnace would be the absolute best, just because of that 50% bonus to damage to elites. That, or the Vis's Actirex. Sorry, I can't pronounce that name right now. But yeah, if you can get either the furnace or the fist, and you put on that slot, even for now, or even hold on to that fist for something later, and just throw the furnace in there, you're great. You can also throw a Thunder Fury in there if you have a spare one. I don't have a spare one because I'm using all my other characters with the companions. Other than that, nothing really for monks outside weapons. For your other gear, I am running the Nemesis Bracers just for now. Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a minute. Mainly because I like it. I personally like Nemesis Bracers, especially if you're farming, because you just walk up to a shrine and there's an elite and there's extra chances of you getting more elites out. And more leads equals a higher chance of getting legendary drops. Finally, we're going on to the big dog. This is the ring. If you don't have this ring, I'll say this right now, especially for especially for brand new players, get it. This ring is huge. Get it. Throw on this cube. I'll make a video of how this cube works later on. Basically, as it says right there, reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1 to a minimum of 2. That is why I'm able to run 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, full set bonuses on a monk, because of this ring. And it's just huge. A lot of builds run this ring. I personally love it. To get this ring, for anyone that's asking, that's brand new, you just run the Act 1 bounties, and the cash is a chance to drop in there. So just spam the living hell of Act 1 and get your chance at a good ring. Alright. Now this next part, again, is for those who are experienced and have some Paragon points. Everyone's favorite little thing. Alright. Okay, first with the core. First thing I always do when I'm playing these characters, or I'm looking up builds to test out for myself, is movement speed. You need to get in, you need to get out. Something bad's going to happen, you're right in the middle of it, you need to get out. If you have a buff that's about to drop, you need to hit something quick, you need to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Hitting your movement speed cap is crucial. And that cap is 25%. Now, you're probably sitting here looking at movement speed here going, but endgame, you only have 14% on here. There's a reason for that. The cap is not just based off of one thing. The cap is based off of your gear and your Paragon points, as well as, for some classes, i.e. Demon Hunter, your pet bonuses. So, how do you know how much to put in your movement speed? Simple. You just click on details here, scroll down, you'll see right here movement speed, and you can see that I have 25%, but if I went in here just for shits and giggles and remove that, you would see that I have 11%. Okay. And it says right there, you have a maximum of 25% movement speed from items and Paragon points. It doesn't say from pets, but that also is calculated into this factor. And, yep, I'm getting that from my boots, so 11%. Now, for those who don't understand how you figure out this number, it's just basically you take your 25%, you minus whatever you have in the movement speed slot, and then the difference there is what you put in the Paragon points. So it says right there I have 11%, so I need to put in, put back in 14% movement speed. Right. The rest, for those who are really anal about their spirit clips or the resources that they're using, and they want bigger clips, go maximum spirit. Me personally, I go straight up dexterity. Make it so I can blow things up faster. Works every time. Next, offensive. This build has cooldowns. Epiphany. You want that off as soon as possible, so you can keep refreshing. So, max out your cooldown reduction first. After that, go for your crits. I am going damage right now. And afterwards you want to go for your chance. Main reason I'm going damage right now is because once you start getting into rolling into crit chance gear, you're going to see crits hit a lot. And you want to have them hit hard. That's why I'm going damage over chance. If you're one of those players, and trust me, I was one of these players as well once upon a time, who believed it doesn't matter how hard you crit if you never see it, then go ahead, switch it around, do the chance before the damage, but always leave your attack speed last. Next, your defenses. Resist all. Cap that get as high as it possibly can. The higher that is, the tankier you are. Then, me personally, I go life. The more of a health pool I have, the harder it is for them to kill you, which in turn means I have a bigger window to kill them first. Afterwards, I'll go life regeneration, then armor. Basically so that I stay in the fight longer and I can go longer. Utility. This is the one, when I looked up guides for monks that helped make this build, every single one said the exact same thing, and they said go area damage. No, I highly recommend against it, mainly because of what I said earlier of the old school rule, you do no damage when you're dead. Max out that life on him. That sustains you. That is what's going to help you push those higher rifts, not area damage. Area damage, yeah, if this wasn't a spirit heavy build, I would say go area damage next, but never first. And in the case of this build, you want to go resource cost reduction next, just because you want to be able to keep spamming your exploding palm and lashing tailkick until Epiphany comes off of cooldown. That way it's just non-stop, okay, I'm refreshing, boom, everything blows up. Afterwards, go area damage and gold find. Then because area damage is more important than gold find at this point. Alright, so that's for the Paragon points. Now, I'm going to take you into, not into a rift. I'm just going to go right here at the Halls of Agony, and we're going to see what kind of hell we can dish out. So, let's see. You can see I was here already. Oh! Not much. Oh, you see right there. That was the explosion of exploding palm. You see, everything just melts. Everything you see here melts. It is insane. And as you can see there, my Ashira's 4 pieces proccing. Now, interesting thing about the Ashiras as we're doing this, the companions you proc off of the Ashir set do come with the items you put on them. So, if you're running any build with the Ashir set, make sure you also have them geared appropriately. And before you ask, the reason I didn't go through gems is because there's, for beginner guys, it's not really that important. Yeah, it helps, but if you, Jesus Christ, Steam, sorry about that, guys. Gems weren't as important for this build. I found, like, I'm doing a lot of damage and I don't even have damaging gems in it. Like, all I'm running are diamonds and amethyst, which just basically makes me more tanky. If I were to actually optimize this gear for this build as a fresh level 70, I would definitely say go. I'll quickly show you this. For the weapon and for the armor, I would definitely go emeralds for the dexterity and the crit boost. For the rings and amulet, I would do the same thing with the dexterity. Oh, and also shield, I would go the emerald as well. Mainly because with this kind of build, you don't want to use your legendary gems yet. They're great to use. They're great to have, but you don't want to use them unless you have them. Then you probably want to go something along the lines of Bane of the Trapped and routes like that, just to make it even more power. I would even say throw in the Hoarder on here to make everything go boom, and to get a lot more gold to keep building shit. But yeah, this is my lightning exploding palm monk. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a like down below for me. Really helps. Comment if you have any questions and concerns. Like I said earlier, check out Really Stone Gaming. Good friend of mine. If you're watching Bakes, this guide is for you. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So, until next time, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you all later.